All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol XPEV, XPEN Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump into this chart. So XPEN right here is slightly dipped and in a sideways movement. So XPV stock, right, XPEV stock has actually ran up, broke through the resistance, right, and handled it for about 2 hours. It dipped, broke through support, and then brought itself back up. But the thing is, this 50-day moving average is catching up to the price. So before we jump into anything else about this chart, I want every single person to be aware that if this hangs out sideways or even brings itself up and comes down and doesn't break through the resistance levels that we're about to talk about, and even this one that was from yesterday at 74.88, this will catch up, which is the 50-day moving average, to the price, break through it, and end up above it by bringing the price into bearish territory by default, giving leverage to the bears. So I want every single investor to be aware of that, pay close attention to this stock. And I saw some people comment, whether it was yesterday or today after they watched the video, and I slightly agree with that comment, is that XPEN, right, XPEV is due for a slight pullback. Well, it certainly did it today, but it could also continue. And the reason being is because of the fact that the bulls have been running this up significantly. If they couldn't hold up above the resistance, and I believe I stated this yesterday, this would be on its way down to newer lows. We would have to look at the midway point and see what's going on, because this is a pretty broad stretch here. And obviously there was going to be some uncertainty and also some profit taking. This is a short weekend. I want everybody to keep that in mind. This is a short week and a long weekend. And then Black Friday and Cyber Monday's coming up. And a lot of people may be aware of this or aren't, how impactful that is to the market overall the week before and the week after, depending on reports and how much in sales happened during that time. So this is a big deal, and a lot of people are actually taking their profits. And I mean, if this has been running this significantly since the 19th of November, all the way up almost $30, almost $40, I mean, I would think people would jump out at some point to take profits, and then obviously this would kind of consolidate. So we got to watch this closely. We're going to move this over, but keep in mind this support level, 63.82. And let's look at our new one based off the last couple hours of the day. And then let's look at our new resistance level. And I'm going to narrow this down to the T here, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit broader. So the 50-day moving average is 66.45. Let's see if I can land right on it. Yeah, it's jumping around. But it's 66.45. Super important number to keep in mind. As long as we're above it, the bulls are in control. The moment we're below it, the bears are in control. The lowest point reached in the day was down here at 62.79. If that gets broken through, this will start to see newer lows and new support levels. And the highest point before the fall was up here at 77.30. I'd write that down. That's probably one of the most important resistance levels for the bulls to continue to run up and hit newer highs. And now let's look at the most important resistance level before getting to any of those numbers up there, and what the bulls need to break through. And I want to emphasize this. They need to break through this resistance to pull away from the 50-day moving average and not have it catch up to the price. And that's 70.90. 70.90 needs to be broken through, turn into a support, so that the bulls can start to work their way up, pull away from the 50-day moving average, and reach newer highs. So I want every single investor to be aware that 70.90 is super important for the bulls. They need to break through that to reach new highs and new resistance levels. On the other hand, we have our support level, and this support level is below the 50-day moving average. So if this gets crossed, the bears have gone into bearish territory and they're breaking through the first support level within bearish territory. And this support level here is 65.98. I write that down and pay very close attention to how this stock is reacting between 65.98 and this lowest point down here of 62.79. I'd keep that in mind. Super important to watch the behavior here between that lowest point and the support and see if the bulls are trying to reappear or are the bears tearing this one down fairly quickly. But before worrying about down here, this is the first support level to pay close attention to, and that's 65.98. Once again, the bulls need to break through 70.90 to continue this momentum and staying in bullish territory to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.